Hi guys, today we're going to react to Rock and Roll Is by NEMOPHILA.
Hazuki, come on! 立ち並ぶドアーズこじ開けてゆくこの声東の果てから Knock knock isn't right here Rock and roll is not so simple 誰もが嘘をつく打ち捨てられただけ屋根裏の無知たち Are you really dead? 昭和のように気高く紡いでくサムスケープ鉛の飛行船に乗り飛び回るぜ世界 Going back to back to the sun Revive like a gay 奪い返すぜ Take an urban, take an urban decay 誰にも譲らない切り開くこの道遥か彼方へ Take an urban, take an urban decay
This is a Buy Me a Coffee request from JM. Thank you, JM, for bringing us back to NEMOPHILA, and thank you for support. Much appreciated.
Thank you, JM. We appreciate the support as always.
Firstly, I'd like to apologize for the noise that you'll probably hear repeatedly when I speak, because there are roadworks near my building, and it's a lot of heavy machinery and a lot of noise, and I can't do anything about it. So apologies in advance. Experiencing the phenomenon that is Hazuki playing like that made me think about how fairly young, from where we're standing, we're ancient. Hazuki's a young woman, but her soul is 1,000 years old. We don't have official lyrics for the song. We have unofficial lyrics for the song. We kind of think we know what it's about, but we don't know because we can't make out anything from what they're saying. We've heard a little bit of English there. We can't say officially that we know what it's about because our lyrics aren't vetted. I don't think we've heard too many old school rock songs like that from NEMOPHILA. We have, but not too many. And this is a very refreshing experience from them because not only you feel their proficiency, you also feel how much they love it. It's like they're in their element when they perform like that.
I agree with you about Hazuki. She's absolutely amazing. It's really cool to kind of see her up front in a way, like she was actually by herself for a little bit, which was kind of cool. I also agree that this is very much sort of a straight rock thing that we don't hear that often from NEMOPHILA, but we do hear it often enough, I think, because this is the sweet spot for me with them. I like them like this. I like them maybe a little heavier, but not much, because that's where I think that they're sort of at their best. I'm loving seeing Mayu rock that Iron Maiden shirt. As always, they sound fantastic and just such a great live band. And just to reiterate, as Asaf was saying, we don't have official lyrics for this. We kind of have unofficial lyrics, so we'll see how we go with that. Very cool.
I didn't notice that when we first paused the song. Saki's there. I didn't notice that. I had no idea that this was an older song. As much as I praised Hazuki at the beginning and the entire band, of course, Hazuki came in with that beautiful solo, and it just meshed perfectly with what Saki did later. It was like a presentation of capabilities. And the Thunder by Tamu, we don't usually hear Tamu play like that either. That was like a beautiful surge of energy within that section. And Haraguchi-san was awesome as well. This goes to the playlist. I love all of the NEMOPHILA songs, but this one it hits home because we know this style. We grew up on this style of music.
I totally agree. They were all awesome. Fantastic song. It's really good to see them with Saki again. I think that the last few we did didn't have Saki. That was after. And she is fantastic, as they all are. The one criticism that I have of this song is that it was too short. I wanted more. I wanted to hear more. I really like the beat of it. I like the fact that they made that sort of gear change somewhere around the middle, then again at the end. It was just something really, really cool to it. I like it when they go there. Let's put it that way. It's just the right style for them. They're fantastic. Again, on stage, just a top-notch band. I really enjoyed this one.
Well, being cautious with the lyrics that we do have, I can generally say, and it arises from the vibe of the song. I think the entire song is a giant love letter to rock and roll, and it pertains to what we've been saying about Japanese bands since we became aware of what's coming out of Japan in the rock and roll department. We didn't know that rock and roll was alive and well in Japan, and they address it in the lyrics. They address like rock and roll like it was some magical thing that was left in the attic, and they picked it up. Not just them. I mean, I think they mean Japan, because in the song it says, I'm paraphrasing, it says something coming from the East. Japan it's in the East. The rock and roll was revived in the East. They say the word revived there repeatedly in the lyrics. I think it also pertains to the song Revive. I don't know if that's true. The song is littered with references to iconic bands that I'm assuming were the influence of their musical journey. And they have all these types of names there. The Rolling Stones. Its songs begins with the Doors reference. They actually say the word Doors. They also reference Light Your Fire, as in Come On Baby Light My Fire, as it pertains to the Doors. They also mention Led Zeppelin and a bunch of other bands and a bunch of other albums and I think song titles. It's like littered with everything that they love about rock and roll. And I think this is the first song that I've heard from any Japanese band that addresses that revival of rock and roll that the Japanese picked up. The West seemed to outgrow it a bit near the beginning of the early 2000s, early mid 2000s.
Yeah, I think that take it over again that they keep saying is probably a reference to that. Like, we're taking over where these bands left off. It seems it's like a really cool sort of rock and roll anthem, this song, I guess. And I think that what they're trying to do here is kind of celebrate their own journey, their own passion about rock and roll. And they mention all of these bands that were probably an influence to them somewhere along the way that sort of brought them to where they are today. There were kind of cheeky references in there, because that Toys in the Attic, you mentioned that's actually an Aerosmith album. They also mentioned Queen and Rainbow and Journey. They mentioned Hell's Bells, which is an AC/DC album. They mentioned Guns N' Roses in a sentence about Guns and Roses. So yeah, there might be more in there that I missed. Just really cool. And it made it almost like a sort of an Easter egg hunt, trying to kind of work out the lyrics. But this is obviously, if the lyrics we got are correct, we might be way off. Yeah, but I think, as far as the song being this sort of celebration of rock and roll, the old saying of rock and roll is dead, they're saying, well, is it? Is it dead, or did we revive it?
3 years in it. Yeah, we can testify. It's not dead. Not from Japan.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's just that. It's an homage and a celebration, and that made it even more cool, to listen to witness, to be part of. That was really, really fun.
Yeah. And I made an error. I said 3 years. We've been at it for 4 years now. 4 years in it, we can testify that rock and roll is alive and well and kicking from Japan.
Especially from Japan. Thank you, JM, for this awesome request. Thank you for bringing us back to NEMOPHILA and for putting this gem in front of us. Otherwise, we probably would have never heard this song. So thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Thanks, Jam, for requesting this beautiful NEMOPHILA song. We enjoyed reacting to it very much. I think it's building up to be one of my NEMOPHILA favorites. And thank you for your support. Much appreciated. If you enjoyed this episode, guys, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and click the little bell icon so you get notified on all our future videos. Thank you all for sticking with us. Thank you all for your time.
As always, our NEMOPHILA Reactions playlist should be up on the screen sometime about now. Give it a click, check it out. There's a lot of great stuff in there. This band is awesome. Thank you guys so much for all the support you've thrown our way. We appreciate you. We'll be back in a couple of days with a new episode, and we hope to see you all then. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye for now.
Bye, guys.